All right, so I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna do like a unwrapping video, I guess. Um, so I just recently uncovered an old box that had my old Super Nintendo from back when I was a little kitty. Little, like not a cat, not like a meow meow cat, but a little kid, right? I'm kind of dating myself, which kind of sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Anyways, well, controllers are hard to come by, and the one that I have, or the one that I'm using, is this one. And this one, the button stick. So listen, look at that. See, it's sticking right there. It is sticking, and you have to kind of jostle it to kind of shake it out of and make it come back in place. Otherwise, sometimes when I'm playing a game, it will just like get stuck and I'll be doing the same move over and over again, and I'm like, what's going on? And so I decided to buy myself a retro controller on the Amazons. And I am just going to give a review on it based upon just how it feels. I'm not going to like test it and then give you like a montage video with quick cuts. I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to try to open it up and then kind of see how it feels. All right, so I got this, what is it called? Hyperkin? A Hyperkin. By the way, this is not, I'm not being paid for this. I'm a small-time YouTuber or whatever it is. I don't know. Small-time guy. It's from Hyperkin, and I got it because even though you can get like a 2-pack for the same amount that you can get for one of these, I heard some negative reviews with buying like a generic version of one of these for $19.99 or $14.99 or whatever it is, because I heard that the buttons start jamming up months later, like a few months later, or the D-pad starts breaking later. And so I wanted to go something with a brand that supposedly, I don't really know them, or not familiar with them, supposedly has a little bit better quality in the construction of making retro game controllers. I would have liked to have gotten like a refurbished controller, and I might do that in the future. I just wanted to try a new in-box controller that wasn't what's the word, old, or used. I don't know. Like, if you were to buy one, like a new in box one of these, I imagine they're like $100 or more, because just buying one of these used is like $20. But if you're gonna buy, if you had someone who had a new one of these in box, I imagine they go for a pretty penny. So I got this, the regular one, the gray one, although they come in like, they had like a black one, they had like a teal green one. And the reason why I got this one is because I'm kind of like, I'm not poor, but I in order to save $1, I decided, I was like, oh man, I wanted to get the green one, like the teal one, but like it was $1 more. And I was like, man, I don't want to spend that extra dollar and find out that it's not that good of a controller. So I got the gray one instead. And let's go feel it. So the wiring, the first thing I noticed is the wiring. Like the rubber sheathing around the wiring feels like, it just feels better quality than, like, you know, when you get like a cheap controller or a cheap electronic device that has like a plug-in, and you can feel like the wiring, the way the rubber encasing of the wiring is like, feels, it doesn't feel malleable, it doesn't feel it feels brittle. So the first thing I feel is like the rubber encasing feels, it feels like it can move around without like the plastic part ripping in half. You know how that is. And I'm going to check. Yeah, so this older wire right here feels very similar to this wire, so they did a pretty good job of simulating that. If I feel this original controller right here, and I feel the new controller, this one feels like slightly lighter, like in construction. Like the plastic is like slightly lighter if I compare it to this. This feels like it's denser, just by the way. Yeah, it is. It is a little bit heavier too. So this plastic is not as heavy duty as this plastic. So Nintendo, man, you are ahead of your time in construction there. And now we're gonna play around with the buttons here. Okay. Now, what I heard was some of the negative comments that I got from this specific brand was the D-pad was like super hard to press. Like it just was like ridiculously hard to press, and it feels fine. It feels fine. Like if I this one is a used old Super Nintendo controller, so like it doesn't spring as much. But I imagine with use, this spring is going to go away. I kind of like this, the rigidity of this over this, because it's not sliding as much. Like if you look at this, the old Nintendo controller, like it shifts a lot. It's like sliding around. But this one, the seams are much closer, which I might like as time goes by. And the buttons, they feel fine. I don't know. I don't have any like cheap retro gaming controllers to compare it to, but they spring really well. And I heard that like the cheaper versions that you can get like two like generic like Temu controllers. I heard that if you bought from them, that after, like, as I said, like 3 to 6 months, the buttons start to get stuck, much like this, like these buttons get stuck. But the only difference between this and the Temu controller is this is like a grandpa compared, right? This thing can buy beer. So the left and right bumper, how they feel compared, pretty similar. I might like this a little bit more, honestly. So all the buttons work pretty good. The starts. I actually might like the select buttons on these, maybe, but I can tell that I feel like the rubber on them could eventually. I can feel like with multiple pauses, start and stop, select. By pressing that button multiple times, I can see in the future like it might end up jamming, like getting stuck, because it's a softer rubber. Well, this, it's kind of like a rubber, but it's just a harder rubber, right? Like it's just a different rubber. This kind of rubber, you feel like it's on like some of those remote controls that have rubber encased buttons. This is what it feels like. So overall, I like the feel of it, and hopefully I'll get some good use out of it. The main thing that, the main drawback that I found from it is this plug-in is a little bit lesser grade quality than this. Like it just feels, it's lighter, as I said. It's lighter. It's also it feels like it's a little bit bigger. Like not this part, but the outside jacket. The cable is like 10 feet long, so I might like that, because these extension cables are like 6. I don't know, 6 or 7. I don't really know. I can't give you an estimate. I'm not going to go measure it. Anyways, so I just want to do something a little bit different. Just want to do a little review of a controller that I bought for some retro gaming, and maybe I'll actually be able to play games well, especially when I'm playing 2-player, because lately I've been playing 2-player, and I've been getting this controller, and this controller is no fun to play 2-player on, because the buttons jam, and you're having to stop to kind of like unjam them. And then, you know, the other person gets the good controller because they're the guest, right? The guests get the good controller, and then I get the bad controller. And then if I'm losing, they can laugh at me because, oh, you just suck. I'm like, no, it's kind of partially the controller, but now the playing field's level. Anyways, hope you like this small little review. I gotta get going. Take care, my friends. Cheers.